I want you to tell me first of all a little bit about who you were before we met, like your story a little bit, like a little bit of background, if you wouldn't mind.
Okay. I've been working a job in property maintenance for about a year, and
Okay.
everything was going well up until the last 3 months of me working that job. I got a new boss, and she hadn't been that nice to me. Well, we just didn't get along very well, and I realized I just needed to find a new job or a new income stream, something else that could support me. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm very spiritual. I received a download one morning. It was like, okay, remote sales is the way to go. And I'd heard about remote sales. I'd done some research. I'd followed you for quite a long time.
Uh-huh.
And so I knew what it was. And I was like, right, I need to explore that. So if my old boss is watching this, I'm sorry, but I faked sick 2 days just to actually watch remote sales. Got on a call with that, and then I was like, right, I need to go all in because I can't keep staying in this job anymore. And this is something that I actually feel I'll be really good at.
I guess when you received that message, I'm assuming that I popped into your head because you'd seen my content, you knew that I did remote sales. Is that sort of what happened?
Yeah, you and Shelby Sapp.
Okay, cool. What made you go with me over Shelby Sapp?
I just, based on your content, I felt that you and I would get along really well. I like that you were a small creator as well, a
Mm-hmm.
lot smaller than Shelby Sapp anyway. So I knew that whatever program you were running, I knew that that was going to be a lot more like one-on-one, a lot more like
Yeah,
intimate,
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
something that I really wanted instead of just following a generic program. I wanted to actually build a relationship with a mentor that I knew I'd get along with really well.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen your videos on like manifestation and mindset and that kind of stuff. And I knew that we shared a lot of the same kinds of beliefs.
Mm.
So like alignment there really, I was really drawn to you from that.
I remember like on our first calls, like explaining to you like what remote sales was and how it works, like over and over and over again, and you going like, okay, I think that makes sense. I think I get it.
And I had
Yeah,
to try repeat it back to you so many times. You were like,
you
oh,
literally, you'd literally
really?
never heard of it before. Like, I don't know if someone could be like less informed than you were. And 3 months later, which is a crazy short time period for someone that doesn't know anything about remote sales, you close your first deal. Well, less than 3 months, 89 days. What did that feel like for you as someone coming in with like literally zero experience?
I think at the time, like when I just closed the deal, it was like, okay, but it's not real. I think it took me a while to process.
Mm,
And then after I processed it, it's like, wow, this is actually possible. I was like
mm.
jumping up in circles and like I was physically like spinning around, like, I
Yeah,
can't believe I just did it.
yeah,
Like really
yeah, yeah,
excited. And
yeah,
I was biking home and like the whole world just like felt so magical. Like I was looking at the
mm,
sun, just being like, whoa, just like in a whole
yeah.
nother world.
And you made like how much from that first piff?
375 NZD.
375 NZD, which correlates to like how much percentage of your like previous weekly salary?
About 50% of my weekly salary previously.
About 50% of your
Yeah.
previous weekly salary.
Yeah, from one call.
It was so cool to see your messages come through in the chat, to be honest. Like it genuinely, I was probably just as happy as you were to see those messages come
Oh,
through. Because for me, it's like it made me so proud because you showed up every single day. You asked every single question that came to your mind. You were so consistent. You implemented everything I told you, and you literally got onto an offer and closed your first deal in less than 3 months. I want to touch on something because yes, like you closed a deal. Yes, you're making money online now. Your life will never be the same again, but it was a challenge, right? Like
yeah.
it wasn't easy by any means. Would you agree?
Yeah, it was
100%.
challenging. There were times where I was like, this is never gonna work.
Yeah.
Another thing that was strengthened for me was just my faith.
Mm,
Because I was in such a vulnerable place. I dropped like everything that was giving me income.
mm,
Um, in order to just go all in. And that was like, it was like, God, it's this or it's nothing. Like I need you. And it worked itself out, as it always does. Yeah.
100%. I could not agree more. Like, even myself as well. I know this call's about you, but yeah, myself, I've been getting so much closer with God, like over the last 2-3 months, and it's almost like a comforting thought to go like, cool, look, I can take risks, I can make scary decisions, because I know that like God is with me. I know that I'm a good person. I know that at the end of the day, everything is going to be all right, because I trust God and I trust the process. What was your favorite part about the whole thing? Like the whole mentorship, working with me, with Glitch Club? What comes to mind when I ask you that?
Definitely for me, the most important part was the community. I think it just made it fun. Like you yourself, you're someone that's easy to get along with. You're good. You're good to talk to about mindset and all of that as well, which is also really important part of sales. But alongside that, I felt like I didn't want to let you guys down. So it almost felt like the sense of like almost like you guys were holding accountability without you guys actually doing that directly. It was almost like, okay, well, I'm doing this. I've got this mentor that I think is like really cool, to be honest. Like I kind of put you on a pedestal for a bit. And I was like, no, I can't let this guy think I'm a loser. So I need to actually put in the work and show these people, I mean, obviously, as well as myself and actually wanting to get to where I want to get to. But also, it really helped that I was motivated to show you guys that I can do it.
Matilda, how is your life like different now than before? Like, what are the biggest changes in your life physically and also just for you, like personally and internally?
My world has been broadened so much. Like it's so open to possibilities that I didn't see before. I think my worldview was like this, and it was like, oh yes, some people, I guess, they work extra hard, or they get lucky and they get to like really expand and build businesses and travel and all of that. I think it was something that I was like, oh yeah, maybe I'll get there when I'm like 30. But remote sales, like I just got back from a trip to Sweden, and in Sweden is when I closed my first deal. That's when I got my PIF. So it's like I can work from wherever I want in the world. Another thing is I realized, I think it really strengthened my belief in myself, consistency wise. Like I remember you telling me one time that I'm the most consistent person that you know. And that's something that I have the word consistency on my vision board 3 times because it's something that I've always wanted to be. Yeah. And this is it's kind of showing me that I am that. And when I step into that identity, I can continue to, it's like a snowball effect. Like your actions create your identity, which create your actions, which create your identity. And it's that like consistency has become part of my identity because of this.
And the final question that I wanted to ask you is for you to almost, as a sort of like big sister advice, almost, right? That's how I imagine you with someone that is like looking to like get into remote sales, as like a big sister, as someone that has like gone through the journey, the ups and the downs themselves. And maybe there is someone like on the fence, sort of wanting to fulfill their potential, wanting to get that freedom, wanting to like learn a skill and just kind of not really sure if they should do it or not. What is a piece of advice you would give to someone like that?
Big change requires big and scary actions. And for me, I was stepping into a whole new chapter, a whole new life chapter. And especially when it comes to like actually investing in a mentorship. I'm not even saying this to be like everyone needs to like buy now or anything like that. But
Well, it's like any
yeah,
mentorship, right? It's just like making a
yeah,
big
yeah,
change.
yeah. Even if it's not Zach, but just I think for
Mm,
me, I had the scarcity mentality. I had to hold on to every single dollar. I've been saving my whole life. So
yeah.
dropping an amount of like a chunk of money on a mentorship
Yeah.
is so out of my comfort zone
Yeah.
and something that is just so scary to me. But if I
Mm,
hadn't done something this scary, then I wouldn't be able to have made a change this big for my life. I
mm,
had to do
mm.
something big in order and scary in order to leave the comfortable life I was in.
100%.
Mm.
100%. It comes down to like those big, scary decisions. And I was the same
Yeah,
as you, like investing in my first mentorship, like putting down like thousands of dollars. Like you could buy a car with that, and I'd imagine it's probably like the most amount of money or one of the biggest amounts of money that you've like
yeah,
dropped in one go. Like it is scary and it requires a lot of trust in who you're investing into and into yourself as well. But like, I guess like looking back now, would you say that was worth it?
oh, absolutely. I would do it again.
100%.
I would do it again if I started over. Um,
100%.
and it's like we said before, it's not all about the tools that you're given. It's
Yeah,
what you do with the tools that you have. So
exactly.
investing in a mentorship, like it's not just going to do the work for you, but when you do take that scary change and invest in something or
Yeah.
you go all in and you get rid of all the comforts and everything that's keeping you safe, like you put your back against the wall, you quit your job before you're making any money, that kind of thing. That is
Mm,
when real change is forced to happen. You can't continue the same way you were
yeah.
before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. You literally burn the boats, eh? You literally
yeah,
like
that's the one.
you make it so there's no plan B. There's no way out. The only way out is through. And you just have to keep
Yeah,
pushing on, which is literally what you did.
and it
Yeah,
sucks, but it's so exciting.
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Matilda, it's been a pleasure. I really appreciate your time. It's been so awesome seeing your growth over the last like 4 months or so and seeing how far you've come. And yeah, I'm super excited to see what new heights you like take this to. I see your progress and continue to foster this relationship really. So
Mm,
yeah,
yeah.
thank you. I want to say thank you.
Thank
It's been a
you.
pleasure.
No, actually, thank you. I'm so grateful for this mentorship program. It's actually truly changed my life, and otherwise, I don't know where I'd be. I probably still
Mm.
wouldn't be at the job that I was at, but I'd be at another job and I would probably still be miserable. So I'm really thankful for you, and you've been important.